Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Palworld, and I'm going to show you in this video how to farm a ridiculous number of legendary, you can see them right here, schematics. It's really easy to do. You just need to know where to go and what to run on a consistent basis. You can basically farm a ridiculous amount of these, and it's all based on luck, but I'll go ahead and show you how to get all of that done real quick. Now I'll show you an example, and then I'll also kind of like walk through it, but it's up to you. The best way to go about it. So if you want to get a high level anything, what you have to do is figure out what PAL you want to go after. Now there are basically 50, or I guess 17 technically, legendary drops that you can get from PALs, and there is a 3% chance per time you go after the PAL. And then if you go ahead and basically use your butcher tool or whatever it is at the end, you can actually butcher the PAL and have a 6% chance to get the legendary drop. Now, in order to do this, let's focus. I'm just going to focus on a few of them, by the way. So the big ones that you want to know are Palladius, Jet Dragon, Necromus, Frostallion, Blazamut, Suzaku, and Lylene Noct. Now, the reason that I'm going to bring those up is for this reason right here. So basically, if you look in this region, the Jet Dragon is kind of like the end game one, if you want to think of it that way, because if you farm a Jet Dragon, what they will drop on a 3% random happen chance, by the way, is they will give you a probability to actually get a hold of a legendary, what's it called? Rocket launcher. Now that legendary rocket launcher is incredibly useful because it does give or take like 50% more damage. And then it's also got a lot more durability, which is really important because you don't want to have these things break on a regular basis. They do about, to legendary pals, let's call it like 600-ish damage per shot, depending on where you go. And you can farm it on a pretty regular basis. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. But all you have to do is actually kill the Jet Dragon, capture the Jet Dragon, and those are your two options. Now, the reason you want to always capture them, however, is because when you do capture the Jet Dragon, it allows you to actually skin them or butcher them, if you want to think of it that way, and gives you a double chance at actually getting a better overall everything. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out one of my Necromus right here because these guys are super useful. Basically, you want to get good attack against the Necromus. Technically, the Frostallion is the best thing to go against it with, but it's up to you. So you can see the Jet Dragon has spawned in. I'm going to go ahead and you can see what a rocket launcher does. There you go. So there is that. Where'd he go? There you go. All right. So, and then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and melt him. You can see my Necromus is doing quite a bit of damage. Using the assault rifle is a great way to do it. If you don't know this already, you can use like I did earlier, the rocket launcher will give a stun effect. So, oops, don't want that. Discard. Thank you very much. But the rocket, oh my goodness, did I really just miss? But the rocket launcher gives not only just a lovely amount of damage. Oh, there we go. There we go. So 600 damage right off the bat. It'll stun it, giving you some time to aim and shoot at it as well. But that's up to you if you want to go ahead and do the rocket launcher strategy. You want to avoid some of the bigger attacks like that one right there because it will do a significant chunk of damage, but it's pretty simple. So you can obviously see that I've got this thing already about half health. So where is it? There we go. Thank you. I was like, you are just like really having a fun time here, buddy. If you want to use something where you can do a little bit more damage, throw out a Frostallion, and that Frostallion will actually give you okay, come on now, a frozen effect. There it is, just like that. And that frozen effect will lock it in place, allowing you to aim for headshot damage, which is a pretty big benefit for you. Dragons seem to be weak to ice attack, so that's why it does that additional, but it's up to you if you want to use that to your advantage. Now, you can kind of just basically avoid the entire boss fight just by going ahead and getting it to jump off a cliff if you wanted to do that. But because you get a double probability of getting the loot which you're looking for by actually capturing this thing, what you want to do is do what I'm doing right now. Just get him down to a low enough health, and once you have him low enough on the health scale, then you can just go ahead and capture him. You can use any weapon that you feel like. I usually will use the shotgun towards the end because it does a little bit of less overall damage, but chunking damage, which is a pretty big deal. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a second to actually get him in place to actually shoot him. But if you aim for the head, you can see there's a couple hundred damage a shot right there. And then obviously we just had our homie freeze him, so that's always a good thing. So we're just going to fight this guy real quick. And then we'll go ahead and lock out our legendary sphere, because why not? What the heck did I miss? Thank you. I'm going to toss away the Frostallion because we don't want to actually lose this guy. Where did he just go to? Come on now. They fly all over the place, so that's one thing you have to be aware of. So 329 health at a 36% capture rate is not too bad. 234 health. Ah, thank you. All right, so really, this thing is glitching all over the place. All right, we've got it to a 37% chance now. Now, when you capture this, essentially it's going to drop its loot, right? Now, when it drops that loot, what you'll see that we've got the ancient civilization parts, pure quartz, polymer, and then the precious dragon stones. There is also a chance, like I said earlier, a 3% chance to actually unlock that legendary thing, which gives you access to a legendary schematic to give you a legendary assault rifle, or for this one, the legendary rocket launcher. Now, you can run this specific one to get the legendary rocket launcher. I don't care about a lot of this loot, so I'm going to go ahead and toss it away because I could honestly care less about a lot of this stuff. But you know what? Let's just, for the purpose of showing you guys, let's go ahead and keep it. There we go. But so that is how you do the jet dragon. Now you will have to farm this over and over and over and over again in order to actually get a hold of the loot. 3% times 2, obvious. If I go back and use the butcher option, it'll give me that ability to use it. So if you're not going to go for that, let's go ahead and talk about the next things that you can get with this. So Palladius, which you can find using the map as well. So Palladius is on the upper island. You can see him right up here. This guy has a 3% chance to drop your cold resistant PAL metal armor schematic, which is really good. Obviously, better armor is good. Necromus spawns in the exact same place as Palladius. They kind of spawn together, and that one will drop your heat resistant PAL metal armor legendary. Your PAL metal helmet can be dropped by Frostallion. There's a 3% chance to drop that one. The assault rifle can be dropped by Blazemit, which is down over here in this area. The pump action shotgun can be dropped by Suzaku, which can be found over here in the boss area. And then the cold resistant refined metal armor, which is nice because it's really cheap, can be dropped by Lylene Noct. So just be aware of that one. There's your Lylene Noct. Now, let's say you're in like the mid game and you're looking for some of the other things that you can get from it. The crossbow is really, really useful and can be gathered by getting the bushy. I want to say the bushy is like right around here. Can't remember the exact bushy location, but bushy, there it is. So there's your bushy. So bushy will drop a legendary crossbow, and then a legendary handgun can be dropped by beacon. I don't remember where the beacon is at all, actually, but there it is. Okay, so beacon. So if you farm those specific pals over and over again, you will get the legendary drops, and that will give you the legendary stuff like you can see in my inventory now. And it does quite a bit more damage. And then things like the weapons, obviously, not the rocket launcher, but the assault rifle, that adds 10 shots to your clip. And then the pump action shotgun will have 12 instead of 6, which is a massive difference. So that's definitely something you want to take advantage of. But you basically just have to fight them like I just did right there, and then farm them over and over again. And then you can go back to your base if you basically capture them, and then you can use the butcher knife in order to double your chances, because it's going to drop that loot again. Now, there is a little trick that you can use with the butchering knife. Basically, if you try and ride that creature while you are butchering it, sometimes the creature actually stays and you get the loot as well. It's a little cheesy thing. So anyways, hope for this video helps you out. And other than that, teach.